Hi everyone, and welcome to our video on economics. In this video, we will explain what economics is, its key variables, and how it interacts with the state. Our team is made up of Lugo Soria Fernanda, Rosa Batida Paris, and myself, Vargas Paredes Jonathan Alberto. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you find this video informative.
In their classic book Economic 1948, Paul Samuelson and William Northouse define economics as the study of how society manages its scarce resources. Samuelson explains that economic resources are limited, while human needs and desires are unlimited. Therefore, economics is concerned with how decisions are made about what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce, given resource scarcity. In this sense, the economy affects all aspects of our lives, from the decisions we make as individuals to the functioning of companies, organizations, and governments. The study of economics allows you to understand how these decisions are made and how they relate to the well-being of society. Likewise, it is fundamental discipline for the economic and social development of country. Governments use economic knowledge to make decisions and design public policies that promote economic growth, job creation, and poverty reduction. Companies, for their part, use economic principles to make decisions about the production, price, and distribution of all their products. Studying economics in depth allows you to understand how the world we live in works and provides you with necessary tools to make informed decisions about our economic life and resources management. Economic science as fundamental part of social science. From this perspective, economic sciences are a fundamental part of the social science because they focus on the study of the economic decisions and activities of people, companies, and governments. In this sense, Samuelson and Northouse also highlight that economic science uses scientific methods and techniques to analyze and understand such processes. Thus, economics is closely related to other social science disciplines, such as sociology, anthropology, psychology, politics, and history. The economy is defined by the values, norms, and the social structures that exist in a given society, and in turn affect these same social variables. For example, economics study how social and political factors influence the economic decision making of people and businesses, how government economic policies can affect the well-being of society, and how economic change can alter social and economic relationships, the power structure.
I explain in microeconomics several key variables. Uh, in microeconomics, several key variables are essential for understanding and analyzing economic behavior at any level. First, on macro levels. Here are some for the most important variables. First, price. The amount of money required per good or service. It is a critical factor in determining demand and supply. Second is quantity, the amount of goods, service, and consumers and will able to purchase, and or other producers and willing and able to sell. Uh, Third is demand. Demand is the relationship between the price of a good and the quantity demand by consumers. Demand can be influenced by factors such as common dates and price of related goods. Four is supply. Supply is the relationship between the price of a good and the quantity supplied by producers. Supply is influenced by production cost, technology, and price of related goods. Five, income. Income is the total earnings of consumers that can affect their purchasing power and thus the demand for goods and services. Six is elasticity. Elasticity is a measure of how much the quantity demanded of surplus responds to a change in one its determinants, such as price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand, and cost price elasticity of demand. Seven is utility. Utility is the satisfaction of benefit that consumers receive from consuming a good of service. Utility helps explain consumer choice and demand. A is the marginal cost. So the marginal cost, the additional cost of producing one more unit of a good service. It is crucial for firms in making production decisions. Uh, Similar is the marginal revenue. The additional revenue that a firm gains from selling one more unit of goods or service. It is used to determine profit maximum output. Next is total cost. Uh, is the sum of all costs incurred in the production of a given level of output. This includes both fixed and variable costs. Next is profit. The profit is the difference between total revenue of the total cost. Profit maximization is a key goal for firms in the microeconomics. Next is consumer surplus. Is the difference between what consumers are willing to pay for a good and what they actually pay. It represents the benefit consumers receive from the purchased goods and lower price. Next is producer surplus, uh, the difference between what the producer receives for a golf and the minimum amount the gold client willing to accept. It reflects the benefit producer receives from selling goods at higher price. Finally, is market equilibrium, and the point at which the quantity demand equals the quantity supplied, determining the market price and quantity. Uh, so, conclusion, there are variables intended to determine the outcomes in different markets, and understand their relationship is key to analyzing economic behavior. So I explain one example, the demand in polity. In political sense, demand refers to needs, desires, or requests that citizens, groups, or organizations express toward a government or policy system. Such demands could be the policy change, public service, rise of sources. The government or political leaders then respond to these demands through policies, laws, or actions. Example, a scenario accounting experiencing a severe economic downtown, citizens demanding social safety nets, including unemployment benefit and job creation programs. And political response, political parties or leaders may respond to this demand, be proposing new legislation to increase unemployment benefits, launch job signing programs, or invest in the infrastructure to create jobs. Outcome is the government socially address the demands. It might gain political support or legitimacy if they feel calls face public discontent, protests, or even political instability.
There are a lot of ways that the state intervenes in the economy. The fiscal policy. The state regulates the economy through taxes and public spending. For example, in times of recessions, a government might increase infrastructure spending to stimulate the economy. The monetary policy. An example are the central banks that control an amount of money on circulation and interest rates. For example, during an economic crisis, a central bank could lower interest rates to encourage credit and investment. The price regulations, in some cases, the state establishing a maximum or minimum prices for certain products, and a classic example is the control of prices of essential medicines for fuel. The subsidies, the states can offer subsidies to certain sectors of the economy such as agriculture or green energy to promote their development. The state can own the key companies in the strategic sectors as energy, transportation, or telecommunication. For example, in some countries, electricity companies are owned by the state, like in Mexico, the CFE, and the labor legislation. The state intervenes in the labor relation through laws that establishes the minimum wage, working conditions, and worker rights. The direct inversions increases in situation of economic crisis. The state can intervene to rescue banks or companies. A recent example are the bailout of banks during the 2008 financial crisis in the United States and the rest of North America. And a last example are the environmental protection. The state can limit pollution and promote sustainable practices, and examples are the laws to impose a limit of gas emissions. A great example of the intervention of the state in the economy are the Reaganomics. The pillar of Reagan's economy policy include increasing of defense spending, balancing the federal budget, and slowing the growth of government spending in the economy, reducing the federal income tax and capital gains tax, reducing government regulations, and restricting money supplies to reduce the inflation. The results of Reagan economies are still a matter of debate. Its supporters point to an end of stagflation, a great business revolution in the decades that follow in United States.